Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and to Minecraft. We're in episode 7 now? I think so. I think it's 7. If it's not, it is now. Anyway, we have got some work to do today. I've got a little bit of this front done. I was kind of working on the design for the stable off camera and I am loving how it turned out. So we're going to be working on this today, but we actually have a little bit of an agenda. I kind of outlined some things I wanted to do on the signs here just to kind of keep my thoughts straight. And here we go. We've got to finish this stable barn thing. So this is kind of the general design we're going to go with. That's obviously just for the walls and stuff. We've got lighting up on the inside here. And we're going to have to do the flooring here. So I've got all the materials for that kind of set aside over here. Yeah. Gathered some raw materials, just kind of got it all prepped up. We're going to turn these into wall blocks, but I wanted to keep them in the full block form just in case we needed them for something. That just adds a little bit of depth right there. You can kind of see it on the edge of the block there. That's our first thing on the agenda. Then we got to get this old one torn down, kind of clean up the chests right here, and move these guys over to their new home. Then we need to get a donkey, because I would like to breed these guys, get a mule, and just kind of get a good horse, get a good mule, and kind of have that as like pack animals. That's kind of down here. But we also want to get those llamas that are up on the hill there, because if we do need pack animals, llamas are great because we can kind of hook them all up in a train together and transport materials long distance if we need to. So I think we can definitely get that done today. It's just a matter of how lucky we get finding the donkey, how lucky we get with, getting a better horse and or mule bred up. I'm gonna get that going right now, starting with the horse stable barn thing here. So I'm kind of just going to continue that as random as I can get. Just kind of like that, just so it looks a little bit more texturized. And yeah, like we were talking about earlier before, the wall block just kind of sits inward from the full log there, giving it a little bit of depth. And I really like the look of the fence post here, how it doesn't connect with the walls, so it's like kind of open, but not really. I like that better than just like the solid block or anything like that. And then for this little section here, this is going to be a little bit different. We might leave that as is for right now. This might be a little walkway out to a fenced in area right here. So let's leave that for now. Let's go ahead and do one of these guys right here for this little doorway. And then I wonder if we can maybe do this and this. That doesn't look too bad. I don't know if I like it though. Does this look too ridiculous? It just doesn't connect, Not quite right. Alright, well, how about one of these? We can take the fence gate like that. And just do that. Or that. That's not bad. Now, the nice thing about these wall blocks is they actually let light pass through them. So these lanterns that we've got hung up in each of the stalls will actually kind of spill out naturally a little bit, so we won't need as much lighting on the outside, which I kind of like. It kind of cleans it up a little bit. We can always put torches on these posts if we want to here, but I don't know if I will want to. It might look just a little nicer without anything hanging there. You can focus a little bit more on just how the building looks. Alright, and then how do we do this little front gate thing? I'm trying to remember over here. So we add walls on either side and then fence gates on top. Let's get that done before the sun starts setting too much here. One of these. And boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that looks really nice. And we might as well get this little front edge done right here. Perfect. Now we've got all the outside walls right here done. The next step is kind of this upper layer here with the sandstone. So I really like how it looks from the outside, and even from the inside I think it looks pretty cool too. And it's not all that much that we have to fill in, just up here. And then it just makes it all look way more complete. There isn't that same kind of like depth layering that I have with the outside walls, but I think that's okay. I think eventually we might add like a little attic kind of storage area up there. I don't know. We'll play around with that one. But for now, this is just going to get filled in here, and it's mainly to kind of fill in the outside and make the exterior look more complete, and just again add more layering to it. Adds a different color there and just kind of has a nice pop to it. So let's go ahead and get the rest of that filled in now. All the sandstone is in, and I also added in these little decorative pieces here at the bottom and top with the buttons and trapdoors. And I think now we're ready to get rolling on the floor. So what I'm kind of thinking for this is knock out some of this grass a little randomly. Now I haven't tested this out, so I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. But kind of knock some of this out like this, and then fill that in with coarse dirt. And we'll probably have to come back in for a second pass right here, just because it's, you know, I'm just doing this now to kind of test the concept a little bit, just to see if it'll even look decent, or if I need to kind of rethink my idea here. So let's see, one more piece there, and then come back through and path block it up. Now the only thing I'm kind of concerned about with this is, well, a couple of things. So let's go ahead and do that right here. So problem is we've got the logs right here. You know, you can see the dirt underneath it. So I would need to put in more logs, and then all around the edges here, I'd have to make that coarse dirt because I can't make that into path block. So, I think what I'm gonna do is scrap this idea for now, and we're gonna kind of revisit it, or give it a little more thought, and see what we come up with. I'll get back to you guys when I have a solid idea kind of actually planned out. But for now, I'll just kind of dig this out and get it prepped. Now, I ended up going with the coarse dirt still, but instead of the path blocks, I actually kind of put in some gravel and more andesite, and I think that actually turned out pretty well. I was a little worried it'd be too much gray with the gray walls, but I think the coarse dirt really helps out, and just in general it works well for a kind of barn floor material. The andesite is probably the block I used the least of. I tried to make it more gravel and coarse dirt intensive. So now what we gotta do is just kind of get these stalls built out. And I'm thinking just keep them separated by fences here. Just one by one like that. And then we need 2 blocks wide for the horses and stuff to get through. So we're just gonna go for 3 to keep it symmetrical and just have fence gates. And I'm wondering, so that looks pretty good as is right there. I'm wondering, do we put an extra layer of fences on top just to kind of further divide the spaces here? Or is it too much? I don't know. I think I like it. Let me do the whole row, just so it's all as is. Looking down this way, it feels a little busy. But then looking from the outside here, I mean, you don't catch too much of it. You catch the upper row of fences more than you do the bottom, just because the fence gates kind of block your vision there. So that all kind of blends in at the bottom, but then that's an extra pop of red kind of in the middle there, because we've got red on the roof, red. It's orange. It's so orange. Anyway, not red, orange. Orange on the bottom, orange on the roof there, and now we've got kind of orange in the middle there. How long have I been calling this red? Have I been calling it red this whole video? I hope not. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to keep that as is for now, and we'll just go ahead and do that throughout the whole thing here. So let's get these in here. Just continue throughout here. Good. And more fence gates. Cool. I'm going to do that for this last row. I've got to do it for this guy here. There we go. And you can see we kind of walled off this a little bit just to kind of separate the two wings a little bit more. So like this is a whole section and then this can be a whole section. Since there are less stalls on this side, this can maybe be like the more, once we get the horses and stuff bred up and we know we've got some good ones, we can keep them over here. And then this side can be more like the ones we don't use as often, or the ones that we're using to kind of breed up the good ones. That way, you know, we've got more storage space for the ones that aren't as great, and a few good spots for the ones we use more regularly. And just like that, I think we can call this project built, which means that's done. And then also the old enclosure is down, so that's done. And we've got the one guy moved in here. We did set free the other one because he was super slow, really bad jump height, and just overall not great. So we've got that guy. And he's going to be our first horse there. Now, next thing we got to do is actually go out and about, go exploring a little bit, and get ourselves some more horses, see if we can find a donkey, and then, of course, get these llamas all brought over. And I think they are going to go in this little outside area right here just to kind of roam freely. I don't think those guys need as solid of a spot because for them, it's not as big of a deal if they have great speed or anything. I don't think speed is really an attribute they can have. For them, it's really just a matter of how much they can hold in chests that they're carrying, so their strength level. And even so, it's not that big of a concern to me because we'll have a donkey or a mule that can have storage space, we'll have our inventory, and we can just hook these guys up in a big train, and it's not that big of a deal if, you know, they have tons of storage capacity. So let's not delay anymore. Let's go on out and see if we can find ourselves some animals to fill this space up. And coming back from our little montage there, we've got a barn almost full, at least in this section here, with horses and a couple of donkeys at the end. And then we also have our llamas outside those guys we'll get to it probably a later date. I'll just kind of breed these guys up and get a pack of them going. But for now, our focus is going to be these guys over here, and we need a way to kind of test their speed and jump height and things like that. So I'm going to work on that. I'll go through and kind of test all these guys, see which ones are the best, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I've got the testing system all built up, and all but the last guy down here have been tested and labeled. We've got them testing their speed, jump, and just writing down how many hearts they have. So I'll show you the method I used. It's pretty easy too. So for the speed, I've just been doing a normal walking speed, not sprinting. I'll just walk forward, and the trapdoor is shut, giving us a speed right here of 10 for this guy. Then we'll go over to the little jumping platforms here. This isn't exact because I think you can kind of get between 3 and 3.5, but for the most part I feel like it'll be in half block increments that I'm ever jumping, so this guy can definitely get up 3. Definitely 3.5. But not quite 4. So we'll then take him back, pop him in here, and write his stuff down on the sign right here, which was speed of 10, jump of 3.5, and hearts. He had 11. So yeah, that's pretty much all we did going down the line here. And this guy here, our original horse that we got from the little village stable, had one of the best jump heights that of all these guys, really. I think there was one other that maybe had a 4.5, which was down here. Yep, with the same speed and more hearts on this guy. So that was pretty good. We had one that was pretty darn fast. I'm just trying to remember where it was. This guy was a 12. Both the donkeys were the same. So let's see here. I guess it was that 12. 11 was pretty good. 11 pretty good right there. With 13 hearts, that was also really good. But yeah, 12 with a jump of 3 and 14 hearts, which was pretty much our best. I'll do this guy a second time just on the speed course here. Well, now we're getting 11. Let's try that again. 12. So it might be kind of somewhere in between 11 and 12, like 11.5. But I'll go ahead and take the 12 there, because this guy's pretty darn good. Maybe it is closer to 11. But yeah, not the most accurate, but it was really easy to get set up. So let me change this guy. I think, well, I don't think it's that important to change this one. I think what we'll do is just maybe be rid of some of the ones that we don't need. Whenever I was going out and getting horses in the wild, if they just felt really slow, we set them free. So that's what all this leather is from. And we might have to end up doing the same for a couple of these guys here, like this guy here. Like his health is really good, but the speed and the jump is not. Same with, well, that guy's jump is just really bad. His speed's all right. And then these guys are fine. This one's pretty good. This one was pretty good. There were only a few, like this one is kind of eh. This one was, you know, not too great on the jump. But yeah, I think we'll just go through, kind of take the best of the best and go from there. But in order to breed these guys up, we need golden apples or golden carrots, I think, which means gold. So I don't think we have a whole lot of gold back at home base here. So what we might end up doing is going into the nether for that and kind of going on a gold farming spree. Yeah, 5 ingots. So let's go ahead, pop into the nether here, and we can get some gold there. Well, with all of our nether gold ore all smelted up, and these guys all ready to go, we're gonna get these guys together here. I already gave that guy a carrot, and there we go. Let's go ahead and take you, sir. I don't know if you'll actually be better than the white horse over there, so we gotta get you. No, come on in here. It's great in here. All right, let's see here. Give you some wheat. We can take that off. Yep. Grow on up. You can grow up soon. Uh-huh. Wow, you're a hungry dude. There we go. And we should get you tamed pretty darn quick. He certainly feels quick too. Ooh boy. Speed feels great. Like a 10? Feels faster than a 10. 11. I'm gonna call him an 11. And how's the jump here? Ooh. Ooh. Not great. Not great, dude. Oh no. It's not even 2.5. Oh, buddy. You see that guy right over there? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but oh, you're so bad, dude. Okay. On that note, I think we are gonna go ahead and make this guy, not this guy, the white one. You come back in here. We're gonna make this guy our main dude because of all the horses, he had the best speed, he had pretty decent jump, and the best health. So you, sir, are gonna be our main dude. At least for right now. Eventually we'll get this guy bred up with some donkeys, have some mules for more like pack animals that we can take on long distance journeys. But for now, you shall be known as Kevin. And with that, guys, I think that's about all the time we have left for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I know this episode kinda, if you're watching it real time as I'm uploading these, it's been a little more than a week. I've been trying to do weekly uploads, but you know what? Real life gets in the way. That's alright. But if you watched this one and you enjoyed it, thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!